Well, that's Rico right there. Kenny and David. I'm Jeff in for Mike. Happy holidays, everybody. What's going on, Rico?
What's going on, homie? All right.
What is wrong here?
I just make sure the board works.
Oh, I thought that was a direct slight at me.
No.
Oh, good.
No.
Good. How was your day? I know you went to, what do they call that place? The RCA Dome?
Well, no. Rico, who said I wanted everybody to know where I was at?
I'm sorry. Sorry, Rico did not go to San Francisco, and I thought you wanted to see 44-year-old Phillip Rivers play. I apologize. I guess you're not like me. I put everything on social media. I give everybody my coordinates exactly where I'm at.
Yeah, I don't tell anybody anything that I do.
Well, fine. Everybody, let's just, kind of like in Men in Black, I'll get that memory eraser.
Oh, my God.
Just go ahead and start over. Go ahead. 3, 2.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Nobody. How dare you? Anyway, listen, we got a lot to get to. 3 o'clock, Rico has a very negative yet interesting question about the Detroit Lions. We also have to give our take on the Tarek Skubal tour that nobody talked about yesterday because the Lions had lost and it was Lions inundated. But before we do any of that, Rico, this is a big moment right here. You want to know why?
What was that?
Because Louisville is about to play in a bowl game against Toledo.
You mean Louisville?
Louisville. About to play in a bowl game.
Louisville, yeah.
Louisville. And their head coach, I think, is Michigan's last chance, Jeff Brom, to maybe become Michigan's next coach. So apparently, Michigan has made direct contact with the head coaching candidate. Brom, of course, is coaching at Louisville, has Big Ten ties. When he was at Purdue, he beat Ohio State. He's taken both Louisville and Purdue to conference championship games. But the only snag here is he's a Louisville alum. He's a legend there. So is he going to leave the Cardinals to come to Michigan? That is the belief. And at 2 o'clock now, they play Toledo in the bowl game. So there's a chance that by the end of the show at 6 o'clock, we find out that Michigan has hired Brom. And if it's not Brom, then is it Biff? Because who else is it going to be?
If it's not Brom, it has to be Biff because now you're entering the PJ Fleck, the Tony Anise. Like now you're going for reaches. Now you're going for guys who it doesn't sound like Michigan's going to go after like a hot coordinator. They want a head coach. They want somebody who can lead this program.
Stability.
Brom, I know. You're going to say, well, look where you went to school. I would caution taking the hero from his college that he played at. We just saw this take place in East Lansing. Doesn't work. They don't know. Now, they don't know everything, what it takes to be that Michigan man. And maybe you're trying to get away from that.
I think they are.
But you can't.
That's
who
fair.
You are. No, it's who you are. You're saying you want to get away from that until you say 2 years from now, this guy isn't one of us. He doesn't know how to think like us. He knows the Big Ten, coaching at Purdue. But it strikes me as very strange that this is what it's come down to.
But no, I think it's come down to this because they failed every other aspect. I think when they first fired Sharon, they thought we're big, bad, blue Michigan. We're going to be able to get whoever we want. Then Kenny Dillingham, of all people, said, I used you to get an extension at my alma mater, Arizona State.
Well,
so they swung and missed on him.
You could be getting the same thing right now.
But yeah, I agree with you. I mean, there's a great chance that Brom is going to announce after the bowl game that he's going to stay put in Louisville because, again, it's where he grew up and it's his alma mater. So just real quick timeline. So you missed out on Dillingham. Brom could be the guy. Kyle Whittingham name from Utah is coming up.
You missed out on DeBoer.
He's semi-retired. You missed out. Maybe. We think, right? Unless Kalen is the guy. Listen, Rico, I agree with you, but I'm just leaving all options open.
In order to get Kalen DeBoer, Michigan would have to mortgage their future and sell their soul.
Not to mention, Alabama's not letting him walk.
You would have to promise this man like $120 million guaranteed. You would have to make him the highest paid coach in history.
With a massive buyout, I agree. You got to make him not say no. I don't think it's going to happen.
A ridiculous buyout, it's like a bad contract. It's like the Mickey contract. You're stuck with that person.
Okay, so let's say it's not the board. We agree, right?
Right.
And it's not Willingham. We agree. and it's not Whittingham, correct? Or Dillingham, and it's not Whittingham, because apparently Michigan has ghosted him, not all that interested. He's 66. He's in semi-retirement. He's got no Big Ten ties. So let's say no Kyle Whittingham either. And if it's no Brom, then it's got to be Biff. Unless it's somebody else.
Biff is the safe solution. Biff is the get me through. I said this a long time ago. Biff is a get me through right now.
Which I don't think is the worst thing in the world, to tell you the truth.
You do the Biff.
Do the Biff.
It's what Ohio State did with Luke Fickell. They bit the bullet. They were below average that year, but they knew Fickell, had he blown them away and won a national championship or won the Big Ten, maybe he keeps the job. But Ohio State knew Fickell's just going to keep the seat warm, and Fickell knew whoever the next coach is, he's going to keep you on the staff. Right. So don't worry about anything. You're falling on the sword for the program. You're falling on the sword for the school. You're falling on the sword for the team.
And under the off chance that it works out, then maybe you become the guy that keeps the gig, but probably
it's like,
not.
Biff, you do this, and maybe we keep you around. Except for the thing is, Biff is burning. He's basically saying the school has to do better, and we haven't done anything in the last 5 years. It's like, well, Biff, you've been there.
You've been part of that.
So that's on you.
But he did stick up maybe the one person that actually said, "What's that drop you had? There's something wrong here. Play that for me." That was Biff at the podium yesterday speaking to Michigan media. So while, yes, he was a part of it, he also at least called it out. I'm curious what the people think. Is it Brom? Is it Biff? Is it somebody else? Because we could know today, 248-539-9797. I think the secondary question here, Rico, is, are you surprised that Michigan is swinging and missing as much as they are? Because I'm not. AD Ward Manuel could be fired. You don't believe he will be. They have an interim president. We heard agents are telling their clients to use Michigan to get a raise, not to go to Michigan, what Willingham did. So, or Dillingham.
What you're finding out, Rieger, Penn State found this out the hard way. Big-time schools, your name doesn't mean anything anymore because I can go anywhere and win. And I keep saying it. The worst thing that happened to college football was not the TV contracts. The worst thing that's happened to college football, it can only get worse, is Kurt Signetti and what he's doing at Indiana. Indiana is a historical bottom-feeding team. They're the number one team in the country. They have the Heisman Trophy winner. They're a 7-point favorite over Alabama. The blue blood doesn't exist anymore. So, we're Michigan. We're Penn State. We're Florida. Don't care. I could win at Vandy. I could win at Arizona State.
Right. Whoever's the biggest donors.
Why do I need you?
Exactly.
They'll pay me, and I can stay here, and I don't have to deal with your nutty fans.
Right. Like, for instance, Signetti has Mark Cuban. That's all he needs. Why would he ever leave Bloomington? They're going to get a nice big stadium eventually.
But you also, Signetti is writing his own history. There are no crazy fans with high expectations at Indiana because Indiana has no expectations.
Do they have fans?
They do now, but everything they get is like, whereas you come here and you're going to be compared to Bo, you're going to be compared to Jim, you're going to be compared to Lloyd, you're going to be compared to all these people. Or I can stay put at Louisville. I can stay put at whatever school.
And get a raise, by the way.
And I don't have to deal with these crazy people. I don't have to deal with all you fanatics. I could just be me and focus on football.
248-539-9797. Is it Brom? Is it Biff? Or is it, as a texter put, if somebody else? Who's it going to be? And are you surprised that Michigan's having this much trouble hiring a head coach? Unless, caveat, they got their guy. They're waiting for him to be done with either a bowl game or the CFP. Maybe it's a coordinator. Maybe it's a head coach. Maybe. And it all becomes clear once that person finishes coaching for the year.
248-539-9797. Who do you got, Michigan fans? Who do you want? Who do you want to end this
who's
madness?
Left?
I mean, honestly. Just say, okay, because are you going to be satisfied? Jeff Brom, is he the savior of the program? I want to hear what David has to say next. I want to hear what the people have to say next. And then I also have a little tidbit of why I think this is taking so long.
Okay, but if it comes down to Biff or Brom, you would want Braum.
Rieger, that was a tease.
I understand. I wanted to throw that in. I know how to do radio. How dare you? By the way, touchdown Cardinals. 97-1.